staff writer for The Atlantic, Tim Alberta, and he's the Daily Wire co-founder. His new book is called Lions and Scavengers, Ben Shapiro. Okay. Here are the questions from the people. What does the panel think about a West Point alumni group canceling an award it was planning to give to Tom Hanks? Oh, yes, I have all this information on this. An actor that Trump has called woke and destructive. Yes. Well, let me read you. I actually have the... they were going to give Tom Hanks an award from West Point, the Sylvanus Thayer Award. It said, Tom Hanks has done more for the positive portrayal of the American service member, blah, 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 which is so true. I mean, when you think about...
Tom Hanks is often considered America's face, with a reputation built on patriotic and positive roles. The cancellation reflects how deeply America's culture wars have spread. Even honoring military service can become politicized. Through his films, Hanks has kept American history, sacrifice, and national pride alive for younger generations. Trump labeling him as woke shows how polarization now influences even cultural and historical recognition.
No question. What does... Kamala Harris, boy, she does not have a lot of luck. Like this week, her book comes out. She was trying to do the press, and then, of course, all this news buried it. The book is called 107 Days. Wink, wink. That's all. It's all the time I had to win, just 107 days.
Only there were 108.
Yeah.
Would have gotten there.
And she only had $1.5 billion. I don't know how she could have cut and get a message out. But what does the panel think of Kamala Harris's admission that it was reckless to let Joe and Jill Biden decide on his re-election bid? Yes, this is the big takeaway from the book, is that she says Joe...
Kamala Harris is trying to position herself as a leader who looks beyond party loyalty, framing Biden's candidacy as not just a private choice, but a national responsibility. By invoking the 25th Amendment, she hints at serious doubts about Biden's capability to govern, a bold move that could resonate with voters frustrated by political silence on his age and health. The book title 107 Days emphasizes urgency and limited time, perhaps aiming to rally support by presenting her
dollars well spent. I mean, what lessons do we have from a quarter century away?
I mean, the number one lesson, which actually was the lesson of 9/11, which we should have learned at the time, is that we have in the West a capacity to project our own values onto other countries and other people that is just false. The reason that many people thought you could just project democracy into Afghanistan or Iraq is because they're just like us. They have the same priorities we do. President Bush gave a speech where he said, every human heart seeks freedom. And so, well, does every human heart seek freedom as like the ultimate objective in the way that we see it? And the answer, of course, is no. And we should have known that from 9/11 when people flew planes into buildings and killed 3,000 people.
The U.S. invested its power and resources into nation building, but the outcome was the opposite of what was intended. Afghanistan and Iraq showed that democracy cannot simply be imported. It has to grow organically within local culture and institutions. These failures widened the gap between the American public and its leadership. Citizens felt that their leaders were pouring money into foreign adventures instead of addressing domestic concerns. The collapse of institutional...
Similar to what Mike Pence did towards the end of the Trump presidency, and then he comes out after and says, oh, shucks, it's like, you were the vice president of the United States.
Yeah.
If it was reckless for him to do this, Madam Vice President, did you not have a responsibility to the country to say something about it?
I mean, Trump does the same thing. Last week, he tweeted out, I guess we've lost India to China. It's like,
who did that? Yeah.
Who did that? All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, audience. You were great.
Welcome. This is Awake Blaster, the channel where you'll find the latest Bill Maher videos, sharp commentary, and political discussions, all in one place. Subscribe message. If you want to stay updated and never miss a new video, hit the subscribe button now and don't forget to press the bell icon.